Thanks for passing.
Okay, sir. It's good to have you. How long have you been in the district?
I've been in dealing with 16 over 10 years.
And you follow the president's State of the Nation address yesterday delivered at the joint session of the legislature. There was too many things that the president stressed on yesterday. What's your view on some of the things the president said yesterday?
Yeah, so yesterday I spoke the mandate of our constitution. The president was entitled to brief the Liberian people to their representation on happenings and why he envisioned for the country for the next year. And to admit the president's statement was concise because it went for 45 minutes. There are few key things the president said that draw the admiration of Liberians. And among them is one, the discussion of the road to support beach is cardinal because in terms of development it needs road connectivity. And that is why President William was proud to election that project was in the corridor. So for the president to measure it and hearing for that. And another thing the president spoke on was the issue of providing opportunity for 10,000 youth.
Yeah.
And it's cardinal. It's important. I also appreciating for that. But in actuality, for the teachers in Liberia or in Africa at large, see things at times they are not do. So we just hope and pray that they come to fruition. May be institution, but political affiliation, we pray for a better Liberia. All we need is a better Liberia because Liberia is the only country that we have. But then, in my mind, there are few things that I expected the president to have spoken about. He did not touch it. So one is the issue about the very important issue, the daily visit. Another issue is the civil servant, even salary, because there are many reasons that civil servant put there. That their take-home pay was reduced. They never had the children effect on their family members because they were limited, and the president did not speak about that. So in my mind, I think he should have spoken about that because they were one of the pillars on which he came to power. Another thing is the one economic plan code. The one economic plan code is serious in Liberia because of poverty and illiteracy for people who have caused severe atrocities to power because one person will come and give money and because of lack of knowledge also. So the president should have also expect the president to have told us about establishing the world and economic plan.
So another thing the president has to talk about is declaring drugs as a national emergency. That have been a huge, fight for the former ruling coalition for democratic change government, where there have been too many, drugs issues in the country. You're talking about the 100 million cocaine and just name that. Now the president has declared drugs as a national emergency. Not just declaring, but he and his vice president going to set a precedent of being the first two leaders to do a test.
Yeah, so like the president said, he appreciated the fact for making George to be for passing the George law, the non-believable, and I also appreciate him for that. But then, see, Liberians we need to be serious. President saying we start being the vice president, we start the directors. It's good, but then what are those things that you put in the place for everybody that person to go and do things? That is what we want to see. We just don't want to hear that being the president, being the vice president, we do the justice. We want to make it in the place that will motivate people because they didn't make it are taking jobs. We need serious attention. Like the president said, part of his mention that upon his veto as president, he was going to declare his asset for taking office. Up to now, we are going to see it. So, from his performance, the previous statement, not coming in line with the way we see it. What you think that we not good at that because, and then because you live by example, you give an example. If you say people should declare assets, if you start for yourself, you're the vice president, so it's good, but the mechanism that you put in place, I want to see because George is a serious problem in Liberia. What is better about brothers and sisters? So it's good.
So the message delivered by the president, it's not only the president alone. It also have to come down to his cabinet, the kind of people he appoints to making sure that all of what he said are implemented. What's your view about those individuals that have been appointed or designated by the president to steer the affairs of various ministries?
So, as the Magna Carta of our country provides the president the opportunity to appoint his base is important, and the president has put us because the appointment to be made. So for the first batch of appointment that was made by the president, like one appointment that I managed to work with the Royal Commission of James Jala. He's a smart young man, and he comes with a lot of experience and expertise to that particular position. Tracing from PCC up to the ROT. So then another appointment that is still on question in my mind is the appointment of Tony Mudai, Commerce Minister. Tony Mudai is a businessman and is responsible for the administration, the popular interest. Popular interest, and even tracing the stand of Tony Mudai, what I said in the world of the battle of San political stance, but for the period of time, people have searched and have not seen it. So it boils down to the facility because the passes by serious people. They represent us, and because the president has so many appointments to be made, not every one of them to be here, and not every one of them has their qualifications and expertise that are bringing on a field. So in that way, because of the Senate, to do the confirmation, do the fact findings, do the background investigations, that we make that the better place to be. We have stayed long and suffered too much in Liberia, looking at the small country of Liberia, use resources to get people to live in agile comfortably. For appointments, it is his right. All we want to say is very serious in need to appoint at various ministry agencies.
So how do you predict the workings of this government, looking at some of the irregularities, some of the allegations that have been coming up, especially about this whole code, inaugural budget that were given to each district, all the kinds of things, roaming around, integrity issue. How can you predict the workings of this government, maybe in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years?
So for now, I don't want to predict because Liberia, looking at from the time the president took power, from the time of the revolution, there are missteps that have been proceeding. So if I'm to mention, one is the president meeting foreign guests at the resident. By law, by ethics, it shouldn't have been like that. What we got the executive mansion. Another one is the declaration of assets. Another one is the letter from press issue. Another one is the little tapping issue. There's a proposal of finances. So if the president in his wisdom, if he wants to lead, if he wants to govern well, what he needs to do is to bring those people to justice as soon as possible, establish an investigative committee that will do the needful at home, and those people are brought to justice. I think like people will start to see that the president is making kind of careful trajectory. But other than that, I can tell you, if the president continues on a day where if you were people, then you will draw the economy
the justice minister does it.
Because of some personal people will do the economy. If you start to believe that they there, I foresee that you might not do have the vision to do that are going to do.
Okay. Finally, other thing maybe we did not ask, we want to share with the listeners and the viewers. Any other things that you want to ask?
So, what I want to recommend to the president as a patriotic citizen of Liberia is he should be he's already the chief administrator of our country. He should be very careful with even the people that are around him. He should be careful with people that he appoints. And in my mind, in other countries, appointees for the president make the quarterly report on successes, challenges. So I think I want to recommend that the president establish a team that will usually investigate all of those appointees before making a point. If they have progressive, that you'll be knowledgeable, that they will all help to make that particular entity to function. And all we pray for is a better Liberia. And I also want to tell our Liberian people that the president is our president, regardless of the political party is formed. So we need to come together as one, because we make the government. The government is usually in the boy Liberia. That it should stay prudent to maintain the tuition-free policy so that more people can go to school. Those who do not have the financial strength to go private university, can even upgrade the university. That would not be only the plus for him, but it will be a plus for Liberian people at large, because his key priority is for Liberian people to live a better life.
Thank you. Your name again?
Alright,
thank you, sir. Let me talk to Mr. Alright. Welcome, sir. What's your name?
My name is Joseph Martin.
Okay. You are a resident of the district. Wonderful. You followed the president's first State of the Nation address yesterday. What are the key area of interest that you want to react to?
Well, firstly, let me commend the president being able to address the people regarding the situation that occurred during the inaugural ceremony. One of those that were praying that such situation shouldn't occur again. Pray for the health. Thanks for that he presented.
Can you be
well.
audible a bit?
Thanks for that he presented well yesterday. But there are some disappointments in this presentation.
Disappointment?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first thing he did on record a 45-minute presentation. Now, he is the first president of the Republic of Liberia to have addressed the nation within a period of 45 minutes, leaving many key issues that the Liberian people expected. Now, it was said that George Weah didn't perform, former president of the Republic of Liberia, George Weah didn't perform. The Liberian people have to vote this president with alacrity. The Liberian people overwhelmingly voted him, and they had their trust and enthusiasm to put in him. And they look forward to what he will bring or what he will hit that George Weah didn't do. Now, what was disappointing yesterday? The Liberian people urged, at many times when we appeared to forum, we try to campaign, those were the feedback that we're getting, the lapses in George Weah and what will be the reason for which they will vote for Baka. And now it came to fruition that Baka is the president now. And he himself knows the reason why the Liberian people voted him. Now, the Liberian people voted Baka. The first major thing is the bread and butter issue. On many occasions, they have been a Liberian people first. They need a president. That's why they left George Weah, they left Eddie, and when they are faced with fundamental issues, they will have to prefer or refer former President Charles Gange Taylor when I'm discussing our bread and butter issue.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that there is no son of the soil or there is no president that can try to be like Charles Taylor in addressing the bread and butter issue. But it sees no president in mind. It doesn't mean that there is no president, but it sees no president to touch their bread and butter issue for which they are always giving people try, and they are always disappointing the people that are giving them the try. The president talked about doing drug tests, which isn't essential or which isn't to the Liberian people for which they voted him. He and the vice president will go and carry on a drug test. Now, I see that as a quality. It's a play politics. Because mind you, President Baka, before he is ascended to the power, promised the Liberian people that beginning of ourselves rather, you know, his campaign messages in critiquing President Weah. He occasionally told the people, the Liberian people, that President Weah was misstepping in certain issues, in certain factors. Now, one of those were setting to his usual Jamaican resort and doing governmental issues there. And another thing was declaring the asset and filling the Liberian people in terms of performance. That is, those who appointed into offices were poor people and they were not up to the standard to better the Liberian people or to meet up with them now. It didn't mean that he didn't have love for them as a president. But those who he appointed, he went a government on based on friendship. So it was based on those reasons that he moved against him. But then President Baka, to my utmost surprise, at the first days of work, they didn't go to the marshal which we expected. Now, you cannot come to rescue with an excuse. Taking over a country or any entity, you must be prepared, knowing the legacy of that entity. You must be prepared to repair it. It will go through a gradual process, but beginning with what you do or what you do, and people must be able to see the changes in it.
So, other things the president mentioned was the issue of drugs as well.
So as for the issue of drugs, like I said, I think it will be a political statement.
Political statement?
Yes. That on grounds that he and the vice president are going to take the drug steps and he encouraging every Liberian.
That's setting the stage.
Thank you.
So that other
why make it a political statement is that encouraging other Liberians to go and do, he must have the capability or the fundings to go and do justice. But then, what is the mechanism put in place for an ordinary Liberian, apart from government official or other people that are in higher places, the elite class? But then, why is the status setting for the common Liberian like you and myself to go and do drug tests? Why is the status setting or the mechanism put in place for those who in the secret ghettos and things that are smoking opium? He talk about push. How can he get rid of push? what he didn't tell, he did not expand on the coup situation as to what are the remedy that he will bring in place to deal with the coup, what are the mechanisms and so I mean, it was just a political statement saying they didn't go in duties. You cannot tell that here is the president for the fact that they have the ability and they have the funding to go in and do their test. But between you and myself, if I was smoking over there yesterday or today, Baka statement yesterday, President Baka's statement is a political statement that he cannot take me from there because he did not tell me how. So I mean, it's a political statement.
Also, the president talked about the establishment of the Ministry of Local Government. That happened, you know, more as well because more Liberians have said, you know, the one, at least the power of the president will be reduced. Where sometimes he had to make an appointment of superintendent, you have to have mayors, town chief, all those kinds of things. But at least when they go through an election process, what the citizens themselves want to elect their own local leadership, that could be good as well.
Yeah. So I mean, doing that, you have to have a constitutional reverse or constitutional amendment because that is by law as per our constitution. You cannot. It's almost like the referendum president we have brought to us. You cannot say the people will elect. Why, if you read the executive, that is Article 54, 53, 50, 51, 52, that give the president the absolute power to appoint clan chief, town chief, governor as well as other superintendent. The constitution gives the president the right to appoint those people and to dismiss them for them to work at the will and pleasure. So if you come into oil and tell us that you want to make it a brother, you have to select their clan or town chief or governor or superintendent. I mean, you've got to visit the constitution. I think it's also time to also be put through a referendum or a constitutional amendment. I don't think the Liberian is ready for that. I think what President Baka should be attending to now is the expectation of the Liberian people. We have fundamental issues that the country has strived for through the periods of time for which they are looking for, they are yearning for that better leader to come and find remedy to.
What are some of the issues?
Like I said, the Liberian people have probably cried for the bread and butter issues such as things presses, such as school, such as health. Now, he didn't touch them yesterday, which people expected them.
The president talked about health.
I mean, the president talked about.
Yeah, the president talked about the National Diagnosis Center.
That was the
where sometimes you have to go, maybe you have some critical issue, you got to go there for check up.
The
president talked about that.
There was a short message about health issue, but I mean, Liberian people now, let's look at JFK, let's look at Redemption Hospital. I mean, what are those remedies? What should we tell you? What are the mechanisms that might make me to tell you that I have serious disappointment with the speech the speech timing yesterday. You cannot speak to the Liberian for the 5 minutes if they say you are going to prepare to speak. He's the president, though it's by constitution that the president will address the country or the nation every 10 Monday when he's been sworn into power. But then he's the president. If he is not fit to come and address the country, we should give him time. The people will understand. But then he cannot come and address our country, he just touch minor issues in a period for the 5 minute time. I mean, you will not have the time to say many things that you want to say. It might be on your mind, or you just be paraphrased. No, you're talking about the president, talking about the president. He just talked a little about health. Now, let's look at things presses that is one of the major factors for which we are working. I'm sorry for that out. Right? Now, things presses have been something that like people cry for. The education. You talk about honor his watch as vice president. The then president said our education system was a mess. And former President George Weah came and tried to make the Liberian education to graduate from one point that we saw over the period of time. During the 6-year period of George Weah, we saw Liberia being accelerated in WAS report, the West African Examination Council WAS report, and Liberia was coming 3rd, 4th, 5th as per the ranking. But then early, who had all these top government officials with wide experience, Liberia was always ranking like 18, 15, but then other George Weah we saw increase in our students and felt that it is a proud to see our education system is gradually growing. But then back at the internship, whether or not that the free tuition policy to the University of Liberia will continue, we are left in limbo. They did not touch it. So, I mean, these are the bread and butter issues that our people deserve, for which they voted in and failed to touch them.
Some of the problems we have faced, and the president talked about is the efficient production of our staple, that is rice. The president also talked about that. You know, the president had background in agriculture, serving the country, back in the days, and the president is saying that he's going to prioritize agriculture.
Yes, so
ensuring that we can be food self-sufficient in our country.
Yeah, so I mean, it's welcoming. That is another aspect for which the Liberian voted him. And he have that background of agriculture, like you said. Look at our gross domestic product, GDP of Liberia. Currently, the government president, we are talking about it was like 3.5 billion. But currently, as we stand, it's approximately 8 billion in Liberia gross domestic product. So I think with that, the president can, as per the agriculture minister that he will appoint, if they are willing to work, everything that the president will do or has decided to do, the level we Liberians as citizens will play our part. If those who he will appoint to help him make the nation a success, if they are willing to work there, it is welcoming that Liberia will grow when it comes to the agricultural sector of our country. So it's welcoming.
Finally, the president also talked about tourism. We have, some of the beautiful places in Liberia, but yet the past government has not really been making use of them. The president is talking about investing more into tourist sites in the country.
So, first thing, as a patriotic citizen of this country, what I would want our president to do when it comes to tourism. Now, let's look at the then finance minister and the former finance minister yesterday. I look at the debate of recent Minister 12 and American. You can't get people into government and then people who they train that believe in their ideology, you stay hiring them into their same position that they one side, their masters one side, and squander our opportunity. Now, if we follow that debate, American telling Samuel 12 that you stole 20 million. And then Samuel was telling American when he was serving a consulting on American, and American was stealing 3 million, doing this, doing that, stealing some money. The two of them were like completely paying for all of the Liberian people, telling people the money is stealing. American never once spoke of Samuel 12 stealing when Samuel 12 minister. Only at the time when Samuel 12 being voted out. At the time when he came to speak, and then Samuel 12 never wanted to speak when American was minister. Only when the time he took over, when American brought his debate on. So looking at tourism, our president and urging him to order the former government. That so those government officials that even have some other beautiful places that they took on the expense of the Liberian people, seize it from them first, and he can use that for public use.
One of the beautiful places is in Bond County. Have you heard about the Badaway waterfall? Badaway waterfall. Have you heard about the Sapo National Park?
Yeah, I've heard about the Sapo National Park.
Have you heard about the Lake Piso in Bond County?
I've heard about Lake Piso.
So some of those beautiful places as well. Attract foreign investors who want to come. There are other people in the diaspora, maybe vacation. They want to come down and just spend vacation, all the kinds.
Yeah, so it is our pleasure and it's our hope and prayer to make sure it shouldn't just be a free talk. Because people voted this president out of experience, out of trust. So we wouldn't want them or even when our citizens will come back, those of whom that will be stressing him, maybe they will be seeing the wrong and still be bringing him the past government. Say, but we need more time other than this down. The past government never did it, never did it. So we are saying we take down or we're not doing it. Because of trust that they invested in him, from which they give him power, we will want him that every word that is spoken out, he will do for the Liberian people, so that it should never be into trouble. It should come into solution and Liberian will benefit. I mean, when these things happen, it happens in Liberia. It will not be like Liberian people, I mean, the president can get in the door and then the other president get out. So we want for them, I hope to be alive and president to work and add according to what he said.
Thank you, sir. Your name again?
Joseph Masmokova.
Okay, good. I don't know what I have. Another president. Come. Well, folks, this is Focus on Liberia. We are still soliciting the views of Liberians as it relates to activities. Yes. So this is an intellectual center here. It's in district of 16, also Rado County, where we have come to talk to a few of the guys as it relates to the president's state of the nation address. Yesterday, President Joseph Boakai spoke on several issues. Let me just give you a rundown of some of the things the president talked about. Yesterday. Let me go through some of the things he said yesterday. Right, so the president talked about governance and legislation. He talked about the full implementation of the Local Government Act of 2018. He also talked about the establishment of the Ministry of Local Government. He also talked about the passage of the National Transition Act for youth empowerment and skill development. The president talked about training 10,000 youths in the first half of the 2024 with digital skills. We want to talk about anti-drugs and anti-corruption measures. The president talked about campaign to fight drugs and corruption in public and private sectors. The president and the VP going to be leading the national drugs campaign by taking the drug test. Infrastructure development. The president talked about establishment of the National Tourism Authority. He also talked about the Batam to Silver Bridge Road expansion, construction of primary roads linking county capitals. Talk about education and healthcare. The president talked about revitalization of the education system in our country, provision of medical supplies, and the establishment of regional diagnostic centers, better salary for health workers, the economy measures. The president talked about efficient production of stable food, the establishment of an institution for the implementation of the code of conduct, payment of foreign debts. Then what did the president talk about yesterday was, he said the state of the Liberian economy is not what we deserve. The state of the Liberian economy is not what we deserve. So, too many things. That's why we have come to get the reactions of the locals. Talk to us about, their own view when it comes to some of the things that the president said, their reactions to President Boakai's first State of the Nation address delivered on yesterday to the legislature. So These were some of the things that the president touched. He talked about the full implementation of the Local Government Act 2018, the establishment of the Ministry of Local Government, passage of the National Transition Act, training 10,000 youths in the first half of 2024 with digital skills, campaign to fight drugs, corruption in public and private sectors. And the president said he and his vice president are going to be leading the drug test, and that will be followed by others as well. Establishment of the National Tourism Authority, and then we have the VATA to Seaport Bridge Road expansion. That road project started, in the WIA administration, is yet to be completed. So that road project going to be expanded. We are getting report of a 4-lane corridor from the Vata Bridge all the way to Seaport Bridge as well. Construction of primary roads linking county capitals, that have been one of the issues as well. Some of the counties in the country, before you reach, or before you travel there, you have to take certain long distances before you get to, especially the southeastern counties. Yes, especially the southeastern counties. So we have primary roads that maybe somebody leaving from Nimba County straight to Grand Jira, from Grand Jira County straight to Maryland, from Maryland back to Grand Bassa. Those kind of primary roads when they are conditioned, they're going to have easy access. And some of our people who are into agriculture, their produce, going to be taken to the market, and that's going to also boom the economy of our country. So the construction of primary roads, linking county capitals, that's another thing that was stressed by the president. Revitalization of the education system. It has been a serious mess, like former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf said. The system being a mess. Then President Buhari said they want to revise. The education sector, at least, to be on path with other African nations. Right here, Sierra Leone, you have Africa, you have Guinea, you have the rest of the African countries who are far ahead of Liberia when it comes to the education sector of our country. But with this, I think the president will be doing good for us. Provision of medical supplies and the establishment of regional diagnosis centers. Provision of medical supplies. Most of the medical centers, public centers in our country, usually when you go there, they do your test, and then they tell you have to go to the drugstore. You have to go to you have to go somewhere and purchase the drugs. The facilities are empty. You don't see those drugs, facilities. So based having more supply there for our people, at least when they go to the hospitals, to have more supplies, that will also be good as well. So we should have regional diagnosis center, like you have Bon, Lofa, and Lima. That's another region. You have one diagnosis center right there. You have Limba, you have Monserrado, you have Magiri, Grand Basso, you have another diagnosis center. So sometimes when you have issues, you try to go there as well. That will be better. Better salary for health workers. Oh yes. When you have, I've heard workers who are laughing, doing their best, this is going to help as well. Have better salary for our health workers. They're going to help us as well. So, all right. So we also have, a very young guy before our camera who also followed the president's State of the Nation address on yesterday, and then he got something to say about that. Welcome, sir. What's your name?
I'm Arizona STR.
It's good to have you before our camera.
Thank you.
Okay. So you listened to the president yesterday. There were too many things he talked about. And I know you have your own view about some of the things he said. What could that be? Some of the things the president talked about.
The president, firstly, I want to congratulate him. I want to congratulate His Excellency President George, President Joseph Nima Bouaka. We have to get used to it now. So
Yeah.
what we want the president, so we have to get used to it. Someone just self-sees there, so you need to move. It will take you time.
Yeah.
So first, I want to appreciate Liberian people and tell God thank you. The message was short, but in my mind, as a visionary young man, I believe the message carry almost everything that our people government in the past have been saying, but it's been long. So there's some of ourselves, for example, the medical sector. We as Liberians believe that yes indeed, redemption is before all.
Yeah.
We believe that those doctors or nurses are redemption. Whenever government gave them support, they've been eating it. And Bouaka says, yes indeed, we're going to give you the support, but the monitoring system, I support that. The monitoring system, in my mind, as a young man, a well-learned young man, I believe that the issue of oversight or putting people on people are not been done. So the monitoring system, I support it 100%. So the issue of jobs, I support it too, the issue of jobs. That it is a national disaster.
Yeah.
It is an emergency situation and we all need to join together and support him in that.
The president said he's going to be leading he and his vice president going to start with the test.
Chief, it is the beginning there. I say I appreciate it, man, for the men to come out and say, my vice president and I will lead a cause. A leader must start, the people will follow. Because the leader, you are the front, you are the middle, you are the bottom as a leader. So you must first start. My only disagreement with the president here in his messages. One is the economic crime code. The leader show is a scared 30 after delivering his inaugural message. When Prince George spoke, the leader got scared. But I'm saying to him, Liberian is with him. Prince Johnson is a person.
Do you think it was because of
that is statement. You listen to the quote-unquote preacher politician, a rebel leader who handle people here, rape our sister, kill them, kill our father, kill to Yucatan, cause out of disaster, kill all of the landed crew people in the borough. Like the life of Roosevelt Johnson. Series of crew people that died from the hands of Prince Johnson, pregnant woman, unborn babies, who mother carrying pregnancy. They died from the hands of Prince Johnson. We don't be a former rebel leader who is currently the senator of Nima County now, going to 24 years, 30 years, a very long year. But we're saying to our president-elect, he is working for us. Yeah, what happened is working for us. He shouldn't bring any fear title to him. That is my disagreement with him.
Don't you think the workings of President Bouaka are going to be compromised with the involvement
of
starting
now, as you can see,
Johnson? Because the senator is one of the individuals that supported President Bouaka. Hugely, they vote for Nima County.
Chief, President Bouaka had 98 promises to the Liberian people. I believe out of the 78 promises made, it was what drew the people's attention. There is no one, he played a serious role, but I'm saying to you, the 93 promises that Bouaka made to the Liberian people, I believe because message, I believe message is key in everything. Bouaka message resonated with the people. This is what brought Senator Johnson the message. The man said, maybe do the cabinet, then he will call it, I was the economic control. Why Senator Johnson will be doing this? And the establishment of ample mass, I welcome that. But the problem I most regret is Bouaka taking office without declaring assets. That particular one, I disagree on that. Bouaka is my president, so I'm recommending to Bouaka. Oh, sorry for saying Bouaka, but popularly I monitor me. Sorry, I beg you, please.
It's okay.
When we want the president, I just beg you, please.
It's okay.
He served in the opposition for 6 years, so to change the tone, it will happen with change. It will not from a dear respect. Because also I'm saying sorry popularly. issue of Waka, I'm going to say sorry. I say sorry, I respect you. Roman 13 wants to also be sorry to the constituted authority, so I respect him. So I say sorry for that. But there are disagreement and there are agreement that will move me pathway. Seriously, I admire him.
What are those things you really wanted to listen to yesterday from the president, and maybe he did not stress on?
The president spoke on education on one sector. He spoke in terms of the agricultural sector. I have very known the president speaking on the education sector, and to be frank, you cannot be.
He talk about the education. He talk about revising the education sector.
We also many measures for that. The strong measures that were taken to the health sector, we see no other measures. Giving one to private institution, Christian schools that are charging huge sum of money and paying our brothers small more money. The labor costs and all the labor sector, the president spoke the labor sector, and these are key sectors. The labor sector, the education sector, the security sector. These are key sectors that grow any economy. Any country you have an economic system to grow based on the education sector, because when once are educated, their mind will be transformed. You will be a creator of job. You're not waiting for government. Be a creator of job. You cannot have or take a master degree and still trying on government job. And my data permanent back bringing the old face back. We're going back instead of going forward as a country. So you want to tell me what the people are here since here people have been graduating what the people are time. Now me university in a country that is accredited by the higher learning institution. That's some about today. We have an opportunity to have a BBA degree in business administration, accounting and management. So Baga cannot call us. We cannot contribute. We can contribute to we ourselves can contribute. The Bible clear. Joel chapter 2 verse 28. In the lives of poor my faith upon both young men, young women, and men of deacon. And to occupy that space as a deacon to take his family as a leader. So in that small role, like I explained. So you should look at the young boy, you have vision. We have vision. He has the dream. We will come with him to say we can tap it all. There is no way a single man can bring a change to the country. So we are as Liberians. Let us put the election drama aside. I voted against Baka. Seriously. I never wanted Baka to win. But Baka won. Baka is my leader. I will criticize Baka if Baka is meant to be criticized. I will heal Baka when Baka is meant to be healed. I'm serious about this. If Baka do things that is commended for my commending, I'm going to commend Baka for that. Yeah, sorry that one we took, the one we want the other beg you. Hey man, that's saying sorry again. I will take time, beg you, please. Help me accept me now. Yeah, help me accept me now, beg you, please. That one we want the president. Mr. President, Excellency, sorry, I beg you. To the audience, all of them are listening to me on the sound of voice. I say sorry. I will get used to that. Adaptation will take place. As we go in the 2-3 months, 4-5 months, we start adapting.
Exactly.
So adaptation will take place. I mean no harm. He's president of this country. I regard him and I respect him. But when you go contrary, I myself will go contrary with him. When you do the work of Liberian people, I will hear him. I'm going to hear him if and only if Banga do it. But not about me. I'm a professional young man. I have so many, I have multi skills in me that I can raise money from. So it's not about me, but about I listen to the Common Minister Destiny. He put very simple point that Liberian be just a spectator. Similar statement former president we have made that the trade sector Liberian will take over, will tell the self again, impact them, impact driven, give them some financial aid. I'm recommending to the financial team of Waka a financial policy. Even if they can listen to me, they are listening to me. I'm just appealing to them. They should look at the banking sector. The central bank should loan to the commercial bank on a low interest rate, and its commercial bank should loan to the people on a low interest rate. All macro financial institutions to go on low interest rate. The interest rate in loaning is very high. There is a serious challenge. If you want for the economy to grow, for Liberian own business to take out of millionaires, President Baka, I beg you, there is a recommendation, a financial recommendation. The central bank should serve as the model institution in terms of the banking sector. It should be able to loan to the commercial bank on a low interest rate. You can get 3.1% interest rate and get people on that. Then you come to the commercial bank, you get 5%. That one is okay. You see Liberian business booming in all sector. That is my recommendation. So I want to say thanks.
Thank you. Your name again?
I'm Alexander STF for the borough of Freetown.
Okay, Alex, thank you.
You're so welcome. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Alright, folks, so that's it.
So I'm prepared anytime. Any hour.
I'm here talking to school citizens. So, the President's State of the Nation address. So let me say thanks so kindly for those of you watching. This is Focus on Liberia. And my name is Jeremiah Moba. Bidding you wonderful time. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.